I'm Rosemary Jo and welcome to SG News. From the shocking incidents in Malawi where villagers are trading their faith in Jesus to the 28-year-old Nebraska man who encountered Jesus many times after the traumatic brain injury, we have many stories to cover. In a shocking development from Eastern Africa, a recently shared video shows villagers in Chikwawa district, Malawi, converting to Islam. The video shared by the Catholic priest reveals that people are being forced to renounce their faith in Jesus in exchange for food.
In a video shared on social media platform X by Reverend Father Petros Mwale, a Catholic parish priest at St. Martin de Porres Parish in Musuzu Diocese, Malawi, villagers in Chikwawa district are seen abandoning their faith in exchange for food. The video shows a group of people publicly renouncing Jesus while chanting Arabic verses in support of Islamic beliefs. Father Mwale has urged everyone to pray for the community. Several other videos have also surfaced on social media showing people converting to Islam in Malawi. The country is currently experiencing one of its worst food shortages in decades, with approximately 5.7 million people affected, according to a recent Malawi Vulnerability Assessment Committee report. This accounts for nearly a quarter of Malawi's population of 20 million.
The Episcopal bishop who condemned Donald Trump during the inaugural prayer service has been found to have received $53 million in taxpayer funds through her organization, Episcopal Migration Ministries.
Bishop Marianne Buddy, who previously criticized Trump during the inaugural prayer service, have reportedly received $53 million in taxpayer funds through her organization, Episcopal Migration Ministries. Her advocacy raises striking concerns of hypocrisy as Episcopal Migration Ministries, the federal contracting arm of the Episcopal Church, is paid to resettle individuals under programs that Trump had temporarily paused and targeted for re-evaluation. Surprisingly, in 2023, Episcopal Migration Ministries received $53 million from various taxpayer-funded government programs to resettle 3,600 individuals. During the inaugural prayer service at Washington National Cathedral, Bishop Buddy urged President Trump to show compassion towards vulnerable groups, including illegal immigrants and members of LGBTQ community. In 2024, Episcopal Migration Ministries sponsored 6,400 individuals from 48 countries. The leading nationalities include Afghans, refugees from Democratic Republic of Congo, and other in smaller number from 7 distinct special resettlement programs. According to the New York Post, U.S. taxpayers fund the International Organization for Migration, which provides interest-free loans for refugees' airfare to America. If the refugee repays the loan, the church, not Episcopal Migration Ministries, collects 25% of the amount. However, if the loan goes unpaid, the financial burden falls solely on taxpayers.
The U.S. bishops welcomed Trump's order barring men from competing in women's sports. In a statement released on February 6th, they stated that the order safeguards opportunities for women and girls to compete in sports safely and fairly. Bishop Robert Barron and Bishop David M. O'Connell welcomed the executive order signed by President Trump, keeping men out of women's sports last Wednesday. In a statement released on February 6th, the bishops said that the order protected opportunities for women and girls to compete in sports safely and fairly. Quote, consistent with the Catholic Church's clear teaching on the equality of men and women, we reaffirm that in education and in sports as elsewhere, policies must uphold human dignity, end quote, they stated. Drawing from the Catechism of the Catholic Church, Bishop Barron and Bishop O'Connell affirmed that being man or being woman is a reality that is good and willed by God. However, the Church stood firmly against all unjust discrimination, including against those who experience gender discordance. The bishops also said that students who experience gender dysphoria bore the full measure of human dignity and therefore must be treated with kindness and respect. The executive order is based on Title IX, created in the early 1970s, which bans discrimination based on sex in schools and was designed to protect women's rights in higher education. Trump has vowed that federal funding will be pulled from institutions that do not comply with the order. If you are planning a visit to Rome and unsure how to navigate the city's Christian landmarks, the Franciscan Friars of the Immaculate have developed a new app to help. Rome Pilgrim enables users to explore more than 170 churches and basilicas, along with over 180 relics and tombs of saints.
Rome-based Franciscan Friars of the Immaculate has released an app to help visitors to Rome locate churches, relics, and tombs of saints. Named Rome Pilgrim, the app can help explore more than 170 churches and basilicas and over 180 relics and tombs of saints spread across the Eternal City. Father Charbel Baustani, FFI, who devised the app along with a few of his fellow friars, said to the Catholic Weekly that it would aid travelers in finding spiritual treasures in Rome that may not be well known. In addition to helping locate the churches or relics, tourists can also learn the history and spiritual significance of each site with detailed descriptions and photos. A devotional guide section has prayers and reflections for each destination. Rome Pilgrim is available in English, Italian, French, and Spanish and provides Mass times, Eucharistic adoration schedules, and confession times at major basilicas. App users can also follow curated spiritual itineraries based on themes like Marian devotion, martyrs, or apostles, and navigate these routes seamlessly via Google Maps. Rome Pilgrim is available on iOS and Android and is free to download.
Around 200,000 Christians are expected to assemble in the 130th edition of Maraman Convention. Billed as the Asia's largest Christian gathering, a 7-day event will be dedicated to Bible study and insightful theological seminars, along with 24/7 choir sessions.
Billed as Asia's largest Christian convention and the official flagship event of Malankara Marthoma Syrian Church, the 138th Maraman Convention kicks off. Over the next 7 days, the banks of Kerala's Pamba River will be filled with activities that promise spiritual fulfillment, interwoven with utmost adherence to the teachings of Jesus Christ. The inaugural ceremonies were presided by the 22nd holder of Marthoma's throne and primate of Malankara Marthoma Church, Theodosios Marthoma. The other major attendees were Cardinal Clemis Bawa of Syro Malankara Catholic Church and Reverend Jerry Pillai, the Secretary of World Church Council. The week-long event staged on the riverbed of Pamba will feature Bible study sessions and iconic choir events, which are often regarded as the hallmark of the convention. The convention traces its roots back to a small prayer meetings held in the hilly regions during the late 19th century and was originally designed as an annual gathering of India's native Syrian Christians. The first official convention was held in 1894 in collaboration with Anglican missionaries and saw around 10,000 to 15,000 Christians from various denominations attending the meeting. Since then, these annual gatherings have attracted larger crowds. As reported by the Union of Catholic Asian News, its 99th annual gathering saw a record-breaking 300,000 faithful assemble on the riverbed to sing hymns in praise of the Christ. The event, organized by Malankara Marthoma Church, is considered as a testament to Kerala's enduring ecumenism, as it is also known for the cooperation and participation of members and clergy from the Syro Malankara Catholic Church. The Maraman Convention also holds a special place in Kerala's cultural landscape, as the hymns composed for the event have later been covered by famous Malayalam singers on various occasions.
Meeting Jesus through personal encounters is a profound blessing, and this 28-year-old sociology graduate shares his experiences in his new autobiography. As a child, he suffered a traumatic brain injury, after which he repeatedly encountered Jesus Christ and Mother Mary.
In his autobiography, The 8-Minute Flight, Derek Ruth of Lincoln, Nebraska, shares his encounter with Jesus while battling a traumatic brain injury. At the age of 12, Derek was hit on the football ground. Although he was able to answer his coach's questions correctly and assumed he was fine, that wasn't the case. Moments later, he collapsed into his coach's arms after ripping off his helmet. Although he fought for his life, he experienced the first of many encounters with Jesus. He kept the experience mostly to himself, sharing it only with few people, including his parents and brothers. Derek decided to write his book because Jesus continued appearing to him regularly in his early 20s. He vividly recalled standing before Jesus in heaven while medical technicians fought to save his life. After 2 surgeries, he finally regained consciousness, but he was unable to do anything for himself. With the help of physiotherapy, his recovery progressed, and on occasions, both Jesus and Mother Mary appeared to him. Over the years, Derek documented his recovery and encounters with Christ. He ultimately decided to write a book to share his story with a wider audience and help bring people closer to Christ.
That's all for today. Until we meet again, God bless and thank you.